Okay, welcome back mga boss, mga master. Sana samahan niyo ulit ako sa video ito at panoorin natin at bigyan natin ng reaction again. At sana samahan niyo ako hanggang sa huli. Okay, and please subscribe, like, and share this video. Okay, so umpisa na natin at eto na siya. Siya.
Oh my God.
This terrifying video posted on social media by a user named Leandro Petrocoli. According to Leandro, there's a ghost haunting his home. When he first moved in, neighbors were quick to warn him about the previous tenant, a woman who reportedly died under mysterious and tragic circumstances. Many in the area believe her restless spirit still wanders the house, unable to find peace and possibly seeking revenge. Leandro didn't believe in the supernatural at first and chose to ignore the warnings. But one night, while alone in the kitchen, strange and unexplainable noises made him reconsider everything.
Olha isso, gente. Olha aqui na cozinha. Meu Deus do céu, o que é isso, velho?
Wala, nakalutang. May tali.
Olha isso. Que isso, cara? Olha isso aqui. O ventilador ligou sozinho. Olha isso.
Mandar yung electric fan niya. Lakas ah.
Ai, que isso? Eu estou com medo.
Leandro now firmly believes that the eerie occurrences are the work of the woman's spirit, just as the neighbors had cautioned. From whispers in the dark to doors creaking open on their own, he's experienced enough to question his skepticism. So what do you think? Is this chilling activity proof that Leandro's home is truly haunted? Are these the signs of a ghost trapped between worlds, still tied to the place of her untimely death? You decide. Drop your thoughts in the comment. When Jake Slater learned he'd have the entire house to himself
Parang dating naman may tali yung yung kaserole.
for the night, he instantly knew what he was going to do. He called his best friend James and invited him over for a secret sleepover, one they hoped Jake's parents would never find out about. Their hangouts were always filled with laughter and chaos and rarely involved any actual sleep. But this particular night, sleep was never an option, because what they captured on video was pure nightmare fuel. Unfortunately for Jake, this was his home. He'd have to return to that same room night after night. James, on the other hand, could simply leave. Watch closely.
How about this? How about I date your mom and make your bedtime 2 hours earlier? No count piece of keep it up the insults, and there will be no West Point Inc. Do you get what I'm saying, bitch? I will bury you and your sister in the sandbox. Do not text me. Your move, Four Eyes.
Ano meron?
Dude, look at my sign just started moving.
Ah, yung sign.
Like, I'm pretty sure there's a ghost in my house. I'm in bedroom. I've been doing it for like 3 minutes. Weston just left. He started doing it when he was here.
Really? Where's he going?
I don't know.
Is he going out?
What is it doing? Are you kidding me?
Sage.
My sign is moving.
Outrageous. Outrageous. cameras kicked on?
No.
What's up? What are you doing?
As strange noises echoed from behind the closed door, a hanging sign in Jake's room began to move completely on its own, swaying back and forth, with no visible trigger. Even after Jake got closer and
Sobrang
began
lakas lang
recording
ng
up
ano yan,
close,
ng
the
sounds masyado
mysterious
kaya
movement
nagbabibrate
continued.
kaya gumalaw
They
yan.
inspected the area immediately after, searching for anything, drafts, loose wires, anything that might explain it. But nothing added up. Disturbed by the paranormal activity, James wasted no time calling an Uber and leaving Jake behind to face whatever haunted
Basta
presence
kayo guys,
lingered in
bahala
the
kayo
room.
kung anong
With no
sa
way
tingin
to
nyo.
escape,
Comment down.
without alerting his parents, Jake was left alone in a truly terrifying situation. This eerie video was captured by a couple currently living in what many believe to be a haunted apartment in Florida. John and Digiana move into the unit in early 2024, and it wasn't long before they began to suspect that they weren't the only ones there. Strange occurrences began almost immediately, suggesting that something, possibly a spirit, was still lingering in the shadows of the flat.
Okay, yung ghost ball. Ganda ng laso.
What the
Yung ghost ball,
One night, they
ilaw.
captured motion-activated balls, lighting up without any physical contact. The couple explained that the toys are designed to only respond to touch. While some viewers thought their dog may have accidentally triggered the activity, a second camera angle ruled that out completely. He was nowhere close. As the strange events continued, a letter meant for a previous tenant ended up in apartment 202, giving them the chance to reach out. The former occupant confirmed their worst fears. She had also dealt with unexplained paranormal activity and fled the flat one night without warning. Both she and Digiana reported objects covered in scratch marks and sightings of a dark, elderly figure sitting motionless in one of the armchairs. Her chilling advice: leave immediately. Burning sage had only made things worse, but John and Digiana weren't ready to give up, choosing instead to ignore the supernatural disturbances. Unfortunately, whatever was haunting the apartment wasn't pleased.
No way. No way.
I swear to God. Close it. Close it again. Close it.
Sinarado. Sinarado nila. Bumukas.
Bro?
I hope I recorded that.
Okay. Wait, are you recording?
They claim no wires or strings were connected to the drawer that suddenly slid open on its own. And a close look at the footage shows there's really no space for anything to be hidden. John even checks the front of the drawer to prove there's nothing raid. But when the ghostly activity calmed for a bit, he got too confident and began directly engaging with the entity. That's when things took a much darker turn.
Leave us alone. This is our apartment. She didn't want me to come at you and address you, but I have to. She's my responsibility. This is my apartment, her apartment. It's not your apartment. You need to leave us alone. No more whispering in her ears when she's showering. No more growling in her ear while she's sleeping. You touching her foot and freaking the dog out. Please stop it. Oh no, stop it. I'm telling you, no please anymore. We said please. Now it's stop it. I got chills. Show yourself.
Pag
Show yourself in this mirror.
Sige nga, pag nagpakita, anong gagawin mo?
Fucking shaking. Don't be a coward. Do it. Show yourself. Do something.
Sige nga. Anong gagawin mo?
Oh my God.
Yun ang gagawin niya.
Tatakbo.
Whatever
Tulog pa lang
presence
eh.
was there didn't take kindly to being challenged. The energy seemed to intensify, almost as if the spirit had been provoked. While skeptics may think it's all
Lalo pag
staged,
nagpakita pa sa'yo.
John's
Nako,
body language says otherwise. He stumbles over his words and looks
baka
genuinely
nakahabig
shaken,
mo nga lang yan.
hardly what you'd expect from someone reciting a fake script.
Ay nako.
After that terrifying incident, the couple decided to install proper surveillance cameras around the apartment. And it turned out to be the right move.
Yes.
One afternoon, while Digiana was home alone, the cameras captured something they never expected, and she was grateful they had eyes everywhere.
Diana was so
With one word, Pharaoh can take away your very lives. But there is one thing he cannot take away from you. Your faith. Believe. For we will see God's wonders. Take away from me your faith. Believe. For we will see God's wonders. But there is one thing you cannot take away from me. Your faith. Believe. For we will see.
Sakit ng aso
As
no?
creepy as the footage is, some viewers have pointed out a few suspicious deals. For starters, why did she wave at the camera if it was already recording?
Tama.
And while she walked through most of the apartment to prove there were no tricks or wires, there's one specific room where the chair moved on its own that she never entered. It might have been a simple oversight, but it raises questions about the authenticity of the footage. So, what do you think? Are John and Digiana truly experiencing real paranormal activity?
Pati alam niya kung anong time siya magre-record. Pati parang dating isa alam niya kung anong mangyayari. Ay nako.
Or is there something else going on? Share your thoughts in the
So,
comments
comment
below.
down guys. Kung naniniwala ba kayo sa ginagawa nila mga video nito.
This chilling footage was captured inside a long-abandoned Indian Health Service hospital, an eerie place steeped in history and death. Originally constructed in the early 20th century, this facility served as a vital medical hub for nearby Native American communities. Patients would often journey over 2 hours just to reach its doors. While it once symbolized healing, the hospital has also seen its share of tragedy. Many lives came to a heartbreaking end within these very walls, and their energy still seems to cling to the place. Beneath the hospital lies a basement room with a disturbing past, once used as an improvised morgue to store the bodies of the deceased. The air down there feels thick, almost as if the souls of the dead have never truly moved on. And in that exact spot, just past 2 a.m., something deeply unsettling was caught on camera. As the footage begins to play, you'll see it for yourself. A dark, ghostly figure drifts silently from one side of the hallway to the other.
May naglakad.
The building is
Kanino?
completely empty. There's no rational explanation for this shadow gliding across the screen. It appears for only a brief moment, but its presence is undeniable. And just as your nerves start to settle, the door at the end of the hall creaks shut on its own, pushed, it seems, by some unseen force. Could this be the spirit of someone who perished in this very facility? Or perhaps it's the residual energy of the many who died after being brought here, their final moments spent in that cold, lifeless basement. No matter the cause, this paranormal activity, both the shadow and the self-closing door, stands as a terrifying reminder. Some hauntings never fade, and the supernatural can linger long after life is ended. A man was jolted awake in the dead of night by strange, unsettling noises coming from around his bed. As he cautiously looked around, something terrified him so deeply that he bolted out of the room in pure panic.
Ay, sa ilalim.
Desperate and shaken,
May natutulog
he
sa
rushed to
ilalim
wake
pala
his
eh.
friend. But when his friend stepped inside the room to investigate, he was met with something nightmarish.
Tem alguém embaixo da minha cama. Aonde? No meu quarto.
Ay, nako. Parang nakakatuwa.
Como assim? Juro. Eu vi uma mão subindo em cima da cama. Ai, viado. Deixa eu ver. Calma, relaxa, relaxa. Entrei.
A horrifying figure standing silently in the dark, staring straight at him. So who, or what could it be?
Parang kalokohan lang yan.
A
Para
restless
magkakasabot kayong tatlo.
Or something far more
Para
sinister,
manakot lang kayo.
lurking just beyond the veil of our reality?
Ay, nako, kalokohan
Let us know
yan.
what you think in the comments below.
Comment
A
down,
young
guys.
couple recently purchased what they thought
Kung
was their
naniwala
forever
kayong
home,
multo yun o
and they've been sharing
demonic
their
or
renovation
whatever
journey
yun.
on their social media channel, GBTV.
O sa sobrang
The
sakol
house,
lang yung
built in
malokong
the
yan.
1920s, is filled with character and a few unsettling surprises. Not long after moving in, they stumbled across a concealed room, inside of which they discovered a dusty antique Bible. But that was only the beginning of the strange discoveries. In the following clip, the couple notices a strange ceiling hatch that leads to the attic. Out of curiosity, they decide to explore it, but what they uncover in the darkness above is truly disturbing.
We had to open it.
Driven by curiosity, they open the attic hatch and climb up to see what secrets the house has kept hidden all these years.
Its contents are a bit disturbing. It seemed to be some sort of burnt figure, a dusty teddy bear and a box in a wrapped bag.
What they find leaves them shaken. But instead of backing away, their fear only fuels more curiosity. They begin to comb through the attic and soon notice objects carefully wedged into cracks along the walls, items that seem like someone once went to great lengths to hide them.
Yung salamin.
You won't believe what we found now. A photo was pushed behind the shawl. Is this the family who lived here before us? The children all have a strange look in their eyes.
Among the clutter, they discover an old mirror, and behind it a photo hidden beneath a tattered shawl stuffed deep into the wall. Whoever hid it clearly didn't want it to be found. Even more disturbing is the photograph itself. One of the men pictured has his eyes blacked out entirely. Could this be the family who first lived in the home? And what could blacked out eyes possibly mean? The couple's interest deepens, and the more they dig, the more they begin to regret it. Days later, while continuing their attic renovations, they make another chilling discovery, one that perhaps should have stayed buried.
Imagine finding this in your attic. I was only trying to fill the gaps in the wall with insulation. But this story keeps getting darker. It looks old. And there's writing carved into the lid.
Pendrich. Ano meaning yan? Pendrich. Pendrich.
It's locked. I wonder if there's a key.
Behind a loose section of the wall, they find an aged wooden box, sealed tightly. Its lid is carved with unsettling Welsh writing. After translation, the message becomes clear. Do not release. Scratched into the side of the box is a pentagram, a symbol believed to ward off evil. But despite every warning, the couple ignores the sign.
Ano yan? Saan niya nakuha yung ano? Susi. Paano niya nabuksan yan? Kala ko may susi. Saan niya nakuha yung susi? Balik natin ulit, guys.
Scratched into the side of the box is a pentagram, a symbol believed to ward off evil. But despite every warning, the couple ignores the sign.
Really strange objects were inside. Like this small pendant necklace. What looks like a burnt piece from a Ouija board. It's covered in wax. A second key. And this lock of hair.
They open it. Inside are unsettling objects. A silver necklace, a scorched piece from a Ouija board, a lock of human hair, and a strange old key. The comments flood in, viewers urging them to stop, speculating that this could be a cursed or dybbuk box used to imprison a demonic spirit. Still undeterred, the couple believes the key must unlock something else. Their search leads them to another hidden space beneath the attic floorboards, and yes, they open that box too.
This was hidden under our floorboards. A black box, completely covered in wax. The edges are sealed, and something stuck in the lid. Don't hate me, but I needed to know what was inside. It fits, but the hole is full of wax. I had to melt it. It still wouldn't turn, so I had to upgrade the tools and break it open. The realtors definitely didn't mention this in the advert. We're a bit concerned about who used to live here. Apparently the writing marked on the lid translates to "Don't let her speak."
As the box snaps open, it reveals an ancient Ouija board and another chilling message scratched into the wood, this time in English. Don't let her speak. Viewers were deeply disturbed. Many believed the couple had just unleashed a dybbuk, a malevolent entity from Jewish folklore said to be trapped in boxes like these. If true, they may have unknowingly invited a demon into their home. So how does all of this connect? Some believe a former resident may have practiced witchcraft or dark rituals in secret. Others think the house itself is cursed. But what do you believe is going on here? Let us know in the comment.
Para sa akin, parang set up yun. Kasi isipin mo yung box, may susi. Paano nila nalaman na yung susi nasa salamin? Set up yan. Hindi katotohanan yung mga ginawa nila. Pero nasa inyo yan kung anong paniniwala nyo. Comment down kayo kung sa tingin nyo kung totoo o hindi. Okay, continue.
Unsettling footage was taken inside the home of a man named Richard, whose own family had begun to doubt his sanity. In fact, they were so convinced something was off that they even scheduled a medical evaluation, worried that something might be wrong with his mind. Richard had been insisting that a new toy belonging to their youngest child would move by itself when no one was around, but no one believed him. Everyone brushed it off as stress or imagination. Still, Richard was determined to prove what he had seen. So one day, when his wife briefly stepped out of the room, he grabbed his phone and began recording, hoping the supernatural activity would reveal itself once more.
Swear down, this toy just moved. I've seen it move before, but I've never thought to film it. If somebody's moving that, can you move it again, please? Oh my days. Yo.
Here we go.
Fuck me. You serious?
Here we go. Gumalaw na siya.
Yo, how this? Yo, that's some spooky shit, that.
Sure enough, just as Richard had described, the toy abruptly powered on by itself, then darted forward with surprising speed. Most would have bolted out of the room in terror, but Richard wasn't afraid. He was relieved. He finally had proof. When he showed the video to his wife and their two older children, the reaction was instant. The doctor's appointment was canceled and apologies were made. Maybe Richard wasn't the one losing his grip. Maybe the haunting truth was that something unnatural had taken interest in their home. This creepy
Pero kung isipin mo, laruan yun di battery. Malay nyo, may remote na sila rin nagpaandar. Hindi mo rin masasabi kung totoo o hindi, di ba? Okay, so next video.
footage was recorded by Elias Samuel, a young man who had just begun experiencing life on his own for the first time. After years under the strict watch of his parents, he was eager for independence and finally living without constant supervision. But just 2 weeks into his solo journey, Elias found himself wishing he wasn't alone. Something in his new home wasn't right. Take a look.
He tratado de acomodarlo ahí mejor, sí. Como les digo, no es por adorarlo o algo así, sino simplemente para tenerlo, ya que ahí pues no se veía muy bien, ¿verdad?
Oh.
No, no puede ser. Otra vez.
Otra vez.
¿Vieron eso, amigos? A esto me refería. ¿Vieron? Esto es lo que yo me refiero, a lo que les he estado comentando ahorita precisamente. Pero amigo, Dan, Pierre, como les dije, para mí no, el dinero no es lo más importante, ya que puedo tenerlo a mi alcance, ¿sí? La mayoría de la gente es lo que piensa primero.
Out of nowhere, an object tumbled from the cabinet without warning, and Elias luckily managed to capture the bizarre moment on video. His first instinct was to share the footage with his parents and ask for advice, but the fear of being called out for abandoning his "I can handle this" mindset held him back. Instead, he chose to deal with it himself. He retrieved a Ouija board, hesitating for several long seconds as he stood before it, unsure if what he was about to do was wise. And then, something terrifying happened.
Eso se acaba de caer y la verdad sí, no sé si todo esto, pues, yo haciendo mal, ¿verdad? Por estar transmitiendo esto a ustedes, ya que, pues, ustedes son unas personas ya, digamos, inocentes a todo este tipo de cosas. No creo que tampoco quiero dañarlos o algo así, ¿me entiendes? Puta madre. Perdón, amigo, por el vocabulario. No mames, cabrón. Qué pinche miedo. No, la verga. No, creo que voy a tener que dejar de transmitir porque no es bueno esto.
Kaya pala. Dragon Ball yung pinapanood mo. Tama ba? Dragon Ball yun, di ba? Ouija board ka kasi.
Without warning, the board and everything nearby violently crashed to the floor, as if something invisible had struck it with force. Elias stood frozen, completely overwhelmed by what had just occurred. Shaken to his core, he packed a bag and left for his grandmother's house, staying there for a while to clear his mind. That was the last anyone publicly heard from him about the incident and the haunted energy that may still linger inside his home.
Okay guys, tapos na. Sana nagustuhan nyo ang mga itong video na pinanood natin ngayon, or meron kayong reaction or may comment kayo, comment down na lang po. Sana sa susunod na video samahan nyo ulit ako, at please subscribe, like, and share. Okay, hanggang sa muli, paalam!